Welcome to the Revelation. We are studying the book of Revelation really fast in 50, 60 episodes. We don't know how long it's going to last yet, but we do know this. We are plowing through it in quick, mega chunks, throwing a lot at you, letting you kind of dig in, and this is no exception. Now, as promised, this time we're going to roll back, and the scroll is about to be open. We've done the ramp up to that and some of our previous programming. Now here we are in Revelation chapter 6, verses 1 through 8. Let me read to you verses 1 through 5, and I'm going to drop down to verse 7 and 8. It says this: I watched as the Lamb opened the first of the seven seals. And then I heard one of the four living creatures say in a voice like thunder, "Come." And I looked, and there before me was a white horse. Its rider held a bow, and he was given a crown, and he rode out as a conqueror bent on conquest. When the Lamb opened up the second seal, I heard another second living creature say, "Come." And another horse came out, a fiery red one. Its rider was given power to make peace from the earth and to make people kill each other. To him was given a large sword. When the Lamb opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, "Come." And I looked, and there before me was a black horse. Its rider was holding a pair of scales in his hand. When the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him. These are the four horsemen. The first four seals open quickly. Now, again, there's a lot of study we could do about these, but we're going to move this thing along a little bit. But they have become legendary. People who know nothing else about the book of Revelation know about the four horsemen of the apocalypse, or they might. But more than harbingers of doom, these horses and riders are a part of God's judgment, actively a part of the end times as they need to unfold and as God has chosen to reveal them to us. The first rider is on a white horse. In Eastern imagery, the white horse represents a conqueror. The rider of this horse is the Antichrist, who arrives at the beginning of the tribulation as a victorious leader. His bow is a sign of his ability to conquer, but he carries no arrows because he subdues the nations in the name of peace. However, it is a false peace. As a great deceiver, the Antichrist is going to take control of the world without war. That happens historically. The second rider is on a fiery red horse. The rider here personifies bloodshed and war. There is an assassin's sword that's in his hand that's used to cut the throat of people and animals. And this is the false peace that is promised by the Antichrist. It will give way to a time of murder, bloodshed, and revolution and war. And Matthew 24 gives us a hint of this. And so that is the second rider. The third rider is on a black horse. In times of war, supplies, food, resources are in short supply. Famine rides behind the horse of war, bringing worldwide starvation. Also pestilence and all sorts of other icky, yucky things that will come with the arrival of this horse. And then the fourth horse, this is the pale horse. And he has another following behind him. Death is the rider, and Hades is coming close behind. They're both armed with the sword of famine and plague and the wild beasts of the earth. And we've seen plagues, we've seen sickness, we've seen what that can do. And we've actually, in our own history as of late, kind of caught a glimpse of that, and we don't like what that looks like. That's just a hint of what can happen in the days ahead. But because of Jesus, we have the opportunity to know that no matter what happens here as the tribulation begins to unfold, that as a follower of God, there's a promise that He is going to rescue you and you're going to be exempt from the worst parts of what may come down the pipe. That's good news. And so one of the things that ought to motivate us for understanding these, and now we've seen four seals open up, is that we need to be aware of what is coming and what's going to happen. And it also should drive us to be more committed and passionate about our daily walk with Christ, but it also ought to drive us to be more committed and passionate about sharing our faith with others, because we don't want anyone to experience this. And they don't have to. And the choice is theirs. But yet in the great reveal, these are the first four seals that are now broken open, and the players are now moving into place for this final set of events that we know today as the tribulation. that are getting ready to be revealed to John in heaven, and he's going to do his best to describe them to us, and we'll do our best just to take a brush stroke so that you can know what they look like. And so until next time, we will pick this series up again and continue on. But that's it for today in the Revelation.